Please introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you doing full-time? And which topics do you teach?
I'm Hans van Loenhoud. I come from the Netherlands and I do nothing full-time. I do everything part-time. Because that's what I like most, being in different activities. As a teacher, I teach things like business analysis with the Kaba training. I teach requirements engineering with different kinds of IREB trainings, and I teach software testing in different levels of iSQI trainings. That's what my involvement in trainings is. And it takes quite a lot of my time. Yes.
So you just gave the first IREB Agile masterclass in Ukraine, Kiev. What's the feedback and what's your impression?
Well, the feedback is two sides. The first side is that all of our candidates passed, so that's a very good feedback. And on the other hand, I think the people who were participating in this course at the end came to me and said they learned a lot, and well, that's the biggest compliment I can get. So my opinion was it was a very fruitful course, and I was surprised to see how experienced all people here in Ukraine are already on the level of Agile development, etc. So I didn't have to explain much on that part, but in requirements engineering I could teach them some things that are really useful for their work, so I'm glad to be able to do that.
Do you plan to provide more trainings in Eastern Europe?
Well, if they ask me, I'll come over because I really love it here. But I'm also very eager to help them to do their own trainings, because of course, well, the end state would be that Ukraine has enough trainers for these courses to do it themselves. It wouldn't be logical to have somebody flying in from the Netherlands to do so. But in the beginning, if they need me, I'm available and I'm happy to come over.
Do you think that the exam at the end of a training is important? And if yes, why?
Well, I think it's important for two parties. It's important for the candidates, because with an exam with past certification, they can show that they really learned something. But for me as a trainer, it's also very important because it shows me that I did my work in a correct way. So in my policy, in my company, I only give trainings that end up with an exam. Otherwise, I feel, well, I'm not managed. I feel too free to do whatever I like, and I like to be measured at the end whether or not my sharing of my knowledge with my candidates has been successful. And that's why I'm very fond of trainings with exams.
Thanks a lot, Hans, for the great interview.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure for me.